Hey everybody, this is Ron Kuker, owner and broker of the Kuker Company. We're a real estate firm in Lampasas, Texas. We enjoy spending time with you, answering questions that are asked by us, by our clients, and by other agents, and just the general public, to be honest. Last time we did a video about the agricultural exemptions here in Lampasas County, and I am saying Lampasas County because each county has different regulations based on their tax appraisal district. Here, as we talked about in the past, now the regulations for now and the future is 20 acres for agricultural and 21 if it has a home on it. We're going to clarify some of the things that were talked about. So we have some questions here, and then I might add a little to it at the end. Some of the questions we've had: first of all, would a seller need to disclose if the ag exemption is not going to be valid? No, not really, because they don't know what's going to be valid. All they know is what's on it right now. So as in residential, disclosures are made on certain things about the property that the owner knows. But the owner, all they know now is they have ag exemption or wildlife, and they don't know what's going to happen in the future. The agent representing that buyer should do their due diligence and find out that information for their buyer. Can you maintain ag with bees? Yes, you can do bees. That's one of the categories. 5 acre minimum. You'd have to have 6 hives, and then for each 2.5 acres after that, you have to have 1 more hive. It can be 5 acres up to 20 acres, okay? Can't be below or can't be above those 2 numbers. Another great question we were asked: will the ag exemption, like say on a 19 acre tract or anything below 20, help it or hurt it? Well, again, the new rules are gonna be 20. So when the property transfers title, they have to go with the new rules. So if you've got a 10 acre tract that has ag exemption, or a 15 acre tract, or anything under 20 acres, or 21 if it has a house on it, it will be a disadvantage when you sell it because they will not be able to get ag exemption. So the taxes, let's say on a property that's $700,000 with 20 acres and a house, could go from $3,500 an acre to $9,500 or $10,000 an acre per year if you lose the ag exemption or the wildlife exemption. Another question is, if I'm already under ag value on 10 acres, am I grandfathered in? All ag exemptions are grandfathered in at this point if you already have it and you don't sell it. If you sell it, each landowner, essentially the ag exemption is re-looked at by the tax office every year from January to April. If you are a new buyer and you own the property as of January 1st, you have to go in and apply and fill out an application, and you have to qualify under the new rules, and you do that between January 1st and April the 30th. So don't miss those windows because there's penalties for applying for agricultural exemption after April the 30th. And again, remember, you have to have agricultural exemption on your property before you can even consider wildlife exemption. And again, they have their rules and regulations for wildlife. It's a good way to go. I've checked on several 19.5 acre tracts that have homes on them that won't qualify if it sells, but if it has wildlife on it, it is transferable. Again, talk to the tax office about that, rules and regulations about acreage size for transferable wildlife. And when I say transferable, that means it has it on it, but you still have to reapply in January to April. Hope that clears up a lot of things. One other question we did have is, ag is an exemption. It is just like disability, homestead, any other exemption. It's just that the value is based on the agricultural value of the property versus the market value of the property. So it is an exemption, and it is based on a special evaluation. Those are answers to a lot of questions. We've had a lot of interest in this. I always suggest, again, I've got their 7-page sheet right here with me, and it answers almost everything. It talks about orchards, it talks about the hay, it talks about the bees, it talks about what units for what. I will stress in here, though, it does get a little deeper. If you raise feed, it has to be for animal or human consumption. If you're raising animals, it has to be for a commercial use, breeding and or resale. Recreational animals, horses, donkeys, llamas, cattle, sheep, goats, whatever. Recreational animals that you're not raising for a profit or for a market are not considered acceptable. It has in the past. They've let you slip on a lot of that stuff in the past. I don't know if they're going to allow it in the future, or they're going to look at you and say, we got to provide records and we've got to prove exactly what we're doing production wise. It's in their paperwork. So if it's in their paperwork, it's something that you need to look into and talk to the Central Appraisal District over here on 5th Street in Lampasas and get your answers. So thanks again. Hope this helps. I hope it wasn't too long, but again, there's lots of questions about this, and we've had lots of views, and we thank you for that, and we thank you for asking the questions. So look into it and have another good day, and sell a lot of property, agents.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for updates.